Senate Bill 1171, Senate Draft 1, relating to the review of historic preservation projects.
Discussion. Do we have unanimous consent? Senator Sloan.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise in opposition to this bill. This bill deals with the phased-in process in looking at historic sites. Clearly, it is aimed at projects like Oahu's rail project because the environmental law in Hawaii is different from the other states and different from the federal government. The phasing law in the federal government allows a project to go ahead even though there may be questions initially at that project. And until they get to the phase that is controversial, construction has continued. The problem there is when it gets that far, the argument often is, well, we've gone this far, we've spent this much money, we better be able to fix the situation and complete it. In Hawaii, as we saw, the state Supreme Court ruled that the rail project had to stop because of the phasing in law here in Hawaii. And what it said was that you could go ahead with some of the early phases, but you could not start any construction on the phase that was in controversy. And as we've seen, that was a wise decision by our court because we've continued to see EV being discovered along the route. What this bill would do is to exempt that process, result in greater costs and more projects that the public would not have an input for. Thank you.
Further discussion, members. Senator Thielen.
Thank you, Madam. I rise in opposition to the bill as well.
Please proceed.
Thank you. One of the concerns I have is the potential unintended consequences. The project does allow phased reviews where the bill allows phased reviews where projects would run along corridors that span large areas of land. And the prior speaker addressed the rail situation. But it also allows phased reviews for projects where access to the property is restricted or where circumstances dictate that construction be done in phases. That language is really broad and ambiguous. Seeing as we don't have any projects that are pending in front of the state that would require this type of bill, I would prefer that we defer this measure and take a look at some tighter language if such is necessary in the future. Thank you.
Further discussion. Senator He.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise in opposition.
Please proceed. This
bill is an in-your-face response to the Supreme Court decision in Kaleikini. Every Hawaiian should be offended by this proactive effort to preempt the process. And it is a slap in the face to the iwi kupuna who have been resting in place. It's a sad day when this legislature moves forward to overrule and overturn the Hawaii Supreme Court's deliberative action to preserve the rights of Native Hawaiians. Thank you.
Further discussion, members. If not, do we have unanimous consent? No votes for Senators Sloan, Thielen, Ihara, Ruderman, He, Green. Reservations, members. Reservations for Senators Ige, Nishihara, Shimabukuro, Gabbard, Tokuda, Chad Oakland, Baker, Kidani. If there's anyone left, it's in the affirmative. Oh, just kidding.
19 ayes, 6 noes.
Senate Bill 1117, Senate Draft 1, passes third reading. I'm sorry, 1171, a little dyslexic there, passes third reading.